Found the game, okay? The game ain't find you.
I don't want to end up like you.
One else?
We ruin people's lives, Reek.
Welcome back, Top Notch Gang. Now, as you saw in the intro, we're diving into Brayden Weston in this video and the dark path I believe he's gonna take going into season 4. And a lot of events happened in the last 2 to 3 episodes that make me believe he'll take this turn. And also we'll be diving into prior events that happened between him and other characters that might play a part in season 4 as well. Because honestly, if we think about it, our boy Brayden has come a long way since he was first introduced at Cho. He really didn't get much lines. He was more like a goofball just playing around, but now he's still kind of like the comic relief character, and I guess if they have one in this show, but he still came a long way as far as where his character was back then to now. And now with him and Tariq's back against the wall, we have to see what happens. Also, I want to tell you guys once again that you could put down in the comments your theories, predictions, and other things that you want me to make a video about. I'll take the most interesting ones, see what I can find, what I think, give my thoughts and perspective, so you can leave that all down below in the comments. Also, as you guys can see in this video, I go back, rewatch episodes, find clips, go back from season 1, 2, 3 to the original Power if I need to. So if you could leave a like on this video if you enjoy, you can see why I go so hard with my theories, because I try to make them make a lot of sense. But let's jump into this, and I want to talk about Brayden and the dark path I think he will take in season 4 of Power Book 2 Ghost. I don't want to make this video too long because I know y'all probably don't like the longer videos, so I'll try to get it all done in less than 15 minutes. Wish me luck. Let's get into it. Now, the first I want to talk about and dive into is his road and path to his first kill, because there are a lot of instances before his uncle or before Noma's bodyguard that we're going to talk about later that his first kill almost happened, but he either got saved, something else happened, he didn't want to go through with it, and different things. So we got to dive into the path to his first kill before we get into everything else. And we know Brayden was scared to go down this path for multiple different reasons. First, when Kane asked him to kill Lauren and he couldn't do it and he attempted to let her go, we of course know Effie came, scooped her up and tried to finish the job. But that was the first sign we saw that he didn't really want to be a part of that side of the game, so he never wanted to go down this path, which is crazy because we also saw a clip of him and Kane when they robbed the jewelry store and the dude reached for his gun or alarm or button or something, and he tried to shoot him but the gun didn't go off, it jammed. So that would have actually been his first body, which is crazy that he was willing to do that, but then in other circumstances he just wasn't going for it. We also knew he wasn't ready to do this or wasn't built for it when Kane asked him to kill the Costello's Connect. He wanted a white person to do it so it didn't fall back on them, and he froze up once again and Tariq had to handle the body for him. Tariq basically saved his life, so he really owes him one in the end, but Tariq saved his life. This was another indication that he wasn't ready for this situation or circumstances at that point, at least. He was also supposed to get another kill before the Russian guy as well. Remember in the very first episode of season 3 where Tariq stabs and kills the guy that used to work for Simon Stern, I believe? I think that's his name. I don't know. He stabs and kills that guy, and Kane and Brayden were outside. They were about to go up there and Kane was about to make Brayden kill him again, but by the time they got to the room, Tariq already dealt with it. They just helped him move the body and so on and so forth. So there were multiple instances before his first kill that he was supposed to get a kill, but something always got in the way, basically. But I like the story, the way they worked him up into being like this, to this dark path. A lot of people just want him to be like Tommy. That's not what we want. Nobody's gonna be like Tommy. Like, Tommy has the most bodies in the Power universe. Like, that's just not gonna happen, and that's not realistic for the character Brayden that we started with. They grew up entirely different. It's just not the same thing. So I think the entire setup, the failings, the unfortunate events that led up to him not not getting his first kills, then ultimately killing his uncle. I think it was actually done pretty well. And I know we were kind of rushing it up, baby. Like, come on, nigga, just get this shit over with. Just do this shit. We wanted him to do it. But I think it still worked out in the end. Now, I think the uncle kill is, I guess it's a close family member to him, but it really wasn't as impactful as it should have been. But the setup to that moment, I think it worked out pretty much flawlessly. Now, first things first, the clip that I believe is most important, I believe I played it at the beginning of the video, or at least I hope I did, is Brayden telling Tariq he doesn't want to end up like him, doesn't want to end up like someone who could kill his own father, blah, 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 blah. Basically, he doesn't want to go down this dark path and dark route, and this is when Tariq was trying to convince him to kill his uncle, telling Brayden it was them versus him, it was us versus him, and Brayden ultimately went through with it. And after this situation happened, we saw Tariq got the information from Effie about Noma's daughter Anya, and he was telling Brayden they're gonna use that information, get from under Noma, and all's good. But Brayden told him he wants out the game. He doesn't want to do this anymore. He feel like they ruined people's lives and so on and so forth. So he completely wanted out. And now we all know that ultimately didn't happen, and he came back and saved Tariq in the end. Now for him, there is no getting out at all. Like, they're at war together now. There is no other way around it. So this dark path that he did not want to go on, that he was afraid of going down that road, is he's gonna have to go down it, especially if they are to win this war or get out this situation alive, both of them alive. But he is on this path now. Now I want to go and dive into his relationships with other characters, talk about Effie and Kane in specific, as I think that's gonna be key parts to his character in season 4, his dynamic with them, events that might take place. I want to focus on that because a lot of people question, how can Brayden help Tariq win the war? How can they win the war? What is his contribution at this point? Well, Western Holdings going down, they got no product, they can't sell on Wall Street, so what is he gonna do? And I think him taking this dark path and this leap of faith to backing up Tariq, I think it'll have to do with other characters in the story. So let's dive into that. So I want to do Kane first because there's a lot of history between these two, a lot of crazy, funny, just hilarious moments. And this is going to be the most interesting thing going into season 4 because we saw how season 3 ended. So, of course, Brayden and Kane met at the dorm room. Kane came in. Brayden knocked over the chessboard. Kane took him and Brayden's brother, what was the dude's name? I don't even remember. He took them to the street and basically made them sell. So he did that. That's the first time they met. And then another time, Kane is when Lauren got both of them on the wire, and then that sparked the whole situation of Kane telling Brayden he needs to kill Lauren. Brayden doesn't do it. Effie tries to get the job done, as we know now, and Kane is led to believe Brayden handled the situation. Problems come to a head again. Once again, how I mentioned earlier, Kane told Brayden to kill the Costello's Connect so they could take control of them and run that area. Like I said, he wanted a white boy to do it so it doesn't fall back on anyone else, and Brayden doesn't do it. Tariq does it, and when Kane does the meeting with the Costellos, he realizes Brayden didn't do the job. So he pulls out a gun on Brayden, and now because he didn't kill that person, he knows he didn't kill Lauren, and he puts the connection together that it had to be Effie that took out Lauren. Now, Kane been fucking over Brayden since the beginning of time, calling my dude Mark Cuban, calling that man Jake Gyllenhaal, just calling that man all types of shit, and he's been fucking over him for a while now. Literally in the most recent episode 10, yeah, it was in episode 10, he robbed this man's family in his face. Him and Bonet went into the house, robbed his family, took all his shit, took his watch, and then he was stunting on him with the watch when him and Tariq went to meet up with Kane to talk about the plan with Lauren to get out Effie out of jail. So that shit was funny. And also he hit this man with a car because he thought he was a snitch. He thought he knew Lauren was alive. He didn't say anything, didn't get the job done. So he's been fucking over him for a while. And in the final scene when Brayden comes to save Tariq, a lot of people believed at first that he killed Kane, but it came to be that he shot the gun out of his hand. We see Kane pick up the gun and shoot back, and so on and so forth. Now, their rivalry going into season 4, I don't expect there to be no talking. If they see each other, shots should fly. Like, I'm not saying anyone is gonna die or anything, but it should be like on site at this point. He's been fucking over Brayden for a while. Brayden has more experience under his belt, and I'm just interested to see how that goes. Now, a lot of people want the right to kill Kane reserved to Tariq because Kane has been hating on this nigga since he met him. But after all the things I just named and all the things Kane did to Brayden, I wouldn't be mad if Brayden was the one to take him out, get the job done, whether it was season 4, season 5. I think it still would be a big, huge moment, cool ass moment just to see. But you guys let me know down below in the comments how you think the scenes and the interactions between Kane and Brayden plays out in season 4 and so on. Do you think they'll be different? Do you think Brayden will try to get revenge? Do you think he will kill Kane? You can let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. I'm just here to bring you all the information and give a bit of a speculation. But now let's jump into Effie. Now, moving on to Brayden and Effie, they don't have as many situations, circumstances, or scenes to go over or dive into as much as Brayden and Kane, but I think they still have vital, important scenes and information to play off and go off going into season 4. The biggest piece of information ultimately being Brayden not being able to go through with killing Lauren, Effie knowing that about him, knowing he's not going to be able to go through with it, comes and intercepts them and then tries to finish the job herself, and then they hide the secret from Tariq for multiple months. Now, we'll talk about that a little more later, but another secret Brayden is actually keeping from Tariq that him and Effie also discussed is when he ruined Tariq's internship with Tate so they could work on Wall Street, kind of manipulated him and maneuvered him into that direction. A lot of people think this will be revealed in season 4 or play a part somehow in their relationship and their bond, but I think they're in too far and this storyline is pretty meaningless now. I don't know if they'll bring it back up. I thought they would have done it by now, but now it's literally them two with their backs against the wall, and I think he couldn't care less about this at this point, especially after Brayden just saved his life. But I did want to point that out, that conversation, that lie about Brayden, since a lot of people were telling me that in my comment section. But back to the Lauren situation, once Tariq figured the whole thing out, or Lauren revealed the information to him about Effie and Brayden and all that, then he cut them out the business, and we saw another conversation between Effie and Brayden. She telling him he not built for this shit. He need to get out the life. He's too damn soft.
You are all too weak for this shit.
Basically, that's what she told him. But now, the path he's going down now, we can't really say he's soft anymore. And now he's finally turned into a man. He's understanding that this is sometimes what you have to do to survive. Now him, after saving Tariq, he's in this war with him. They can't let shit slide. If he gets the chance, if the opportunity comes, I believe he will be the one to take out Effie. And I know some people are going to think this is a stretch, but hear me out. This is why I think it's Effie more so than Kane. Of course, I mentioned her telling him he's weak, he's not built for this shit, he's not ready, he needs to get out this. But we also need to remember, Brayden's first body was initially supposed to be Lauren. Well, technically, it was supposed to be the dude at the jewelry store, but that's neither here or there. His first meaningful kill, I guess you should say, or first kill actually dealing with the game, was supposed to be Lauren. And we know Effie intervened because she knew he wasn't ready for this, that he wasn't going to be able to do it. And like I said, mentioned multiple times, she's been telling him he's not built for this life. He found the game didn't find him, and yet he's not ready for any of the shit it comes with. But now we see that he is. So this will bring this moment all the way back around. It would just be cool to see him capitalize off moments like this that repeatedly happen, and then bring back a full circle moment of her supposed to kill Lauren, and now he is killing Effie. That would just be so cool in my opinion. But I'm ending off the video here. I know you guys don't like the videos to be too long. I had a lot more to say, but I think I pretty much got my point across. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comments of what you think about Brayden, because he's in a strange spot. I expect a lot of this to take place mainly because how else is his interaction supposed to go with any other character but Tariq if he's at war with them? It's going to be weird if they only have him in scenes with Tariq and no one else. So I expect them to have something going on where he gets a meaningful storyline in season 4. But once again, I want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. Also, remember, I told you could leave suggestions for videos down below in the comments. If I find it interesting, I'll look into it. But as you can see, these videos, I literally go back, rewatch episodes, find all the clips from prior seasons, so it take a little bit of time, and that's why I go so hard with my theories, because I kind of go deep dive into the old film to make sure what I'm saying makes sense and adds up. But as usual, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.